Good morning to you, or early afternoon. It's just after. No, yeah, it's 12. Ooh, thanks, watch. It's 12:17 a.m. Yes, 12:17 p.m. on March 10th, 2023. Got my coffee here. Probably still way too hot. Yeah, it's fine. Make sure you keep the lid on it. Went very quick today since I had to get set up and get this ready to go. So I just used my Starbucks Premium Instant, even though I probably shouldn't support Starbucks. It's hard to their Premium Instant's really good, so it's hard not to pardon me. It's hard not to have it around. It's kind of nice to have something that is reasonably tasty and quick to make. So I do have some whole bean coffee. I got like one last batch I can make out of out of the bag of mothership beans that I've had. Golly, I bought those back in November. I didn't finish it before I left for Japan in January, so I put them in the freezer, and then I got them back out probably like late March, early April, and I've kind of been trying to get through them. Because I'm trying not to go through all the stuff I brought back from Japan too quickly. Yeah. Oh no, no. I already know that we're not getting. I won't be back on for another stream. Welcome in, Darkstar. I won't be back on a regular like stream via internet until Friday probably. We'll see. The message came back on my Echo. My Echo show. It's like, hey, call. I thought it was something. It's like it's been temporarily disabled. Call us, and the only number they list is the 383-4000, the standard customer service line. The bill is definitely due. It's just the person that's going to have to be the one to pay it just doesn't have the money to pay it right now. So, I mean, ultimately, not his fault. It's the roommate whose name the internet is in for not paying it just in general or letting it lapse a long time ago and always being a month behind. So yeah, no. At the very least, like I have, because my roommate and buddy Aaron, he's the one that's going to be paying it, and I was able to at least use his Wi-Fi hotspot last night to just kind of like watch shit for a little while for once, because he's just like, oh yeah, no, it's like I have unlimited hotspot data, so just use it while I'm here. He's annoyed as well, but it's just kind of like there's nothing we can do about it until this point. I mean, it kind of helped last night. Just after I got my workout done and everything was cool, I just ended up listening to music and finally collating my footage. So I'll end up probably spending tonight getting stuff recorded for most of those, just doing walkarounds within Lost Judgment and Like a Dragon 7, and just getting what I need, at least to start out with, so I can start getting these fucking things edited. But we're going to start off right away because it's still hot, and those noodles are probably going to get too... There it is. They're probably going to get too soggy, but... Cup noodles breakfast. Artificially flavored as maple syrup, pancakes, sausage, and egg, ramen noodles and sauce. And it is definitely a sauce. This one required microwaving it. And it is not a soup, because you only add about 6 ounces of water. It's got the standard dehydrated egg that usually comes in like a cup noodle. There's bits of sausage, if I can get one of those out. Let me see if I can find a bigger one. No, that's pretty good. A little bit of sausage there. The egg probably will disintegrate when I pick it up. Kind of really can't see it. And it smells like a combination of a lot of things. I don't know what to say. Because it's not like... I like bringing it up, I think some people were confused. They're thinking, oh, is this like one of those, kind of cup pancakes like that you can get? No, this is fucking, it's ramen noodles. And it's going to be strange. So while it's still warm, and before the noodles get too soft, like the smell it's a weird combination of a lot of things. It's It smells like ramen noodles. It's got the kind of savory smell to it. It smells like maple as well. Maybe not as strong as I would hope, but all right. No more messing around. Let's go. Okay. Hold on. Let me get one more. Be kind of nice. Let me get some of the egg real quick. Oh, that's a big piece of egg. Yeah. Nothing's gonna... Wow, that has a different texture. Whoa. Okay. That has a different texture to it. Because the eggs that usually come in a cup noodle, they're a little bit softer. Because they're dehydrated, so it's kind of like when you dehydrate like tofu. It's got a stranger texture to it. This actually has like some body to it. Where did my fucking... I think all my sausage went to the bottom of the cup. Huh. Yeah, this is strange, but it's like not bad. Hard to slurp since you can't actually, like, there's no soup. I'm glad it's not soup. This is odd. This is odd for them, and like weird cup noodle varieties are kind of like a thing over there, and like they don't have anything like this. I'm really digging those eggs. There's a bit of sausage. My Grand Slam was supposed to be with sausage. Yeah. I'm surprised. Those at least those ingredients. I think it's starting to congeal. It's warm, but it's like it's not hot. I don't want to add anything else to it. Yeah, it's starting to like clump together. Okay. Like, you definitely kind of get the pancake thing. They are mostly the same noodle, though. I don't think there's much difference in there for the texture and the size. I think it's ever so slightly different. I don't think they've done anything to read the ingredients real quick. I don't think I've done anything like weird to them. It's supposed to taste like pancakes, and it's like, yeah, you kind of get the pancakes thing. I really wish the maple flavor was a little bit stronger. I would add, syrup to this, but I have to get back up. I suppose it could actually improve it. Okay. So, yeah, enriched flour. Yeah, all the stuff that goes into that for making the noodles. Vegetable oil, Sugar, tapioca starch, salt, dextrose, dried sausage. Pork salt, spice, and sugar. Less than 2% of hydrolyzed torula yeast extract. Autolyzed yeast extract. Beta-carotene color. I think those yeast extracts are mostly for just kind of a savory flavor. Brown sugar, caramel color, citric acid, cornstarch syrup solids, disodium guanylate, guanylate, I think, disodium inositate, disodium succinate, egg white, egg yolk, garlic powder, which kind of threw me off, but I was like, oh yeah, that would make sense for the sausage, or something else to kind of give you that sausagey flavor. Glucano delta lactone, hydrolyzed corn protein, all this stuff. Non-milk, onion powder, non-fat milk, silica dioxide to prevent clumping of the powder in here. You know what? I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'm gonna go grab my thing of syrup. We're gonna add some to this. And we're gonna see how it goes. So give me a minute. Let me go back to the kitchen and grab that. I will return. Don't go away, people that might be here. All right. It's not real maple syrup, because that shit's expensive. Ugh. But it is original pancake syrup. And that will suffice. All right. We're doing this. Not a lot. Probably like half a serving. Not much. Okay. There we go. That's asking for flavor. This doesn't have enough maple, man. Not enough maple. If you're going to have pancakes, same thing if you're going to have waffles or French toast, you got to have some syrup. Maybe it might loosen it up a little bit. Or congeal it more. That's fine, too. Or it might make it worse. We'll fucking find out. All right. Cheers. Let's get this in here. Nope. That improved it. That actually improved it. This is so weird. Because ultimately it's still a cup noodle. Let me take a bite and then have some coffee. I feel like you don't want to have much in there. Coffee. Yeah, it reasonably fits. I think it would fit better, but still want to know what the hell happened to all that sausage. Well, I guess we'll find out when we get to the bottom of the cup. Oh yeah, it's all down there. I don't know how people manage to do that. I've even seen Frank over at 5 a.m. Ramen. Like, he'll have really good pictures of the instant ramen varieties he tries. I feel like he does less YouTube content these days, but I know since things have opened back up, his main job was doing ramen tours for people to actual shops. That sausage is good. And I know he just became a dad as well. So he's not doing, I think, anywhere near as much stuff. But even when he's done, like during COVID, he was doing reviews of different instant ramen varieties out there. I feel like I got a little, hold on. Nah, that's probably, hopefully I didn't feel like I need a tissue. I don't have anything around here. But like he would do reviews of a bunch of those, and then like they would look so nice, and I'm just like, hey, I think you have to go back through that soup and like find most of the ingredients just to make it look good, because I can't pull that off. Yeah, that syrup definitely helped out. This is my breakfast, by the way. I figured if I was going to do this, I need to wake up, get things set up, and then make it. That way I can eat it, and then let it digest for a little while before I actually do my workout. Yeah. 8 grams of protein. 54 grams of carbs. Not surprising. It's noodles. Though surprisingly, maybe not unsurprising, since if we're talking about, we've talked about pancakes in the past and the fact that they seem to have a lot of sodium for some reason. This is still 1,000 milligrams of sodium. From where, I don't know. I will applaud Nissan for this, or since we're in America, I actually think the proper pronunciation of the company name here is Nissan. Even though it's still a Japanese name, but I mean, it's spelled the same way, literally, I think everywhere. Where is their logo? That's weird. There we go. Although I'm trying to remember if their logo there in Japan, I think it actually uses the kanji still, so it might not matter, but maybe it does use the same exact spelling, it just isn't pronounced the same way. Alright, last little bit. It probably would have been easier to eat with a fork, but I have my own personal utensils. I don't have a fork anymore. I used it to cut up something. I think it was the turkey breast that I bought last year as part of my holiday kit. And I used my fork to cut it up, and it was one of those nice, cool, metallic looking forks. I got like the color changing metal on it. I just scratched the shit out of it, and I'm like, I can't use this anymore because now it's there's too rough of a surface on there to actually like want to put that thing in my mouth. So I'll be honest, I wish I could have gotten more, but like this is something you'd have a few times and be like, okay, I'm good. That being said, it's pretty good. Done. Yeah, that's quite the experience. As weird as I expected it to be, honestly. But hey, kudos to them. And I love the fact that it's a Walmart exclusive too. Like they knew who they were selling that to. It's one way of drumming up at least some like extra business that people maybe don't go to Walmart for. Hold on, let me step out of camera here. Try to clear my nose out. There we go. There's a towel. Okay. I usually have like a little one around here to like wipe stuff down. It's not used for illicit reasons. It's perfectly fine. And I got hand sanitizer too. But yeah, I think it's like, oh, how can we get like certain folks that might not come into Walmart, but like this is too good to pass up. Like I know the tangy ketchup and the hot mustard Doritos are not exclusive to them. I found the hot mustard actually at 7-Eleven, which means that some of them probably are carrying the ketchup ones now too. But like the tangy barbecue is the only one I keep finding, and it's like that's not the one I want to find. What was it? Sweet and tangy barbecue or something? That stuff's stuck around. Not in my teeth, but like when you get food stuck between your gums and your cheek. No, like those. Keep finding those barbecue ones. I still want to find the tangy ranch. Like there you obviously still have Cool Ranch on the market, but there was a tangy ranch, and it was like a kind of like a peppercorn ranch type deal going on. They were really good, and I found them once, and I wish I had grabbed multiple bags because I could have actually taken one to Paul and Aaron at Critical Eats Japan. Like I would have liked to have been able to give them that, because ultimately like the stuff I gave him, I was like, hey, I have a bag of chips, and he's like, oh yeah, I already tried those, and I was like, here's a cookie dough Twix, and then I found out he actually doesn't like cookie dough. He still tried them, which is cool. I just wish I had a bag of those tangy ranch, and I didn't bring him any of the Flamin' Hot cheddar and sour cream Ruffles, which are probably the best flavor on the market for Ruffles. I don't think I mentioned. Oh wait, no, I did mention it. I'm saving these. When my roommate Aaron's brother comes over next time to try out the Doritos roulette Cool Ranch version, because they've had other ones. Attention, some chips may be hot. Maybe hot, maybe not, yeah. Pardon me. Usually you can tell. Because they do look slightly different. Like even the nacho cheese one. Like if you were to have the roulette chip right next to you with the regular Flamin' Hot Dorito, or sorry, with just a regular nacho cheese Dorito, because the Flamin' Hot Doritos are not actually that great. I feel like if you don't have something else to go along with the Flamin' Hot to help make it better, it doesn't work. But if you put the nacho cheese Dorito next to the roulette Dorito, you can kind of tell there is a bit of a visual difference to them. I have a feeling it'll probably be that way, and there's no way to really hide it. But if you're just eating the chips, like if you eat them blind, yeah, you may not notice it until you get it. I don't remember them being too spicy, but I remember them being at least spicy enough. Well, there you go. Is that worth the 430 calories? Yeah, probably. Coffee's got no calories, so that's kind of nice. It's 380 calories for the breakfast cup noodle by itself. Obviously, I added in some of the syrup. So if I count that as like a half serving, that's like 100 calories for a full serving. This bottle's lasting a while too, because I actually had frozen French toast that I bought, and even using it on that, like I haven't really used a ton. And in general, I just don't have to use a lot. Might try adding some, just a little bit, the next time I make overnight oats. I haven't made that in a little bit. I need to. So I got some cranberry orange muffins the other day from Sprouts, the same time I bought some of the stuff at Walmart, because they're right next to each other. And I've been trying to get through those, but I had one yesterday that was going to be my breakfast today until I realized, oh wait, I need to eat this, and I don't want to eat this and that so close together. So I might let this do its thing, have my pre-workout, eventually, get my workout going probably within like the next hour and a half, and get that out of the way. And that means, for the most part, like I've done everything I need to do today. And then I can get back to doing, footage stuff, and eventually get to work on those videos. I wish I had a timeline for when those are going to come out. I would like to get like one or two of them going pretty soon. It's gonna depend. Like I gotta make a fucking intro. I already have an idea of how or an idea of what I want. No idea how I'm going to be able to actually make it. So that'll be interesting. I would like to have at least one or two of them out by the time somebody else I know has one of their videos out. As I'd say, it's like, is it a way of capitalizing on what they put out? I'm like, well, yeah, I know they're putting out a Yokohama themed video eventually. So it would be kind of nice to, I'm not going to get them to promote my stuff. I'm more just going to be kind of like, hey, by the way, as you're exploring Yokohama with me, you can go over and check this person's video out and try to get, some synergy going on there. Synergy, it sounds so fucking pretentious, doesn't it? But yeah, even getting the footage together last night, I'm like, oh, I thought it was only going to be 6 videos. It looks like it's going to be about 7. Because I'm doing the let's see, doing the park, Chinatown, station area, North Station area, which actually, I guess I'm lumping in the station itself, so that's going to be fun. It's also fun actually going back in the game and looking at that station area and going, oh shit, yeah, actually this is represented really well in game. So I got to go through all those. There's the bar district, which I think is going to be its own thing, because some of these are going to be kind of long. Some of these are going to be kind of long. Some of these maybe not as long as I think they're going to be, because I'm going to be like chopping up all that footage, any of the longer stuff, and maybe trying to get through some of those beats pretty quickly, as opposed to, it's still going to be like 20 minutes or so for each, roughly. But yeah, I got the bar district, I got the Koreatown, like Jinweon area, commercial district, and red light district, because I'm kind of lumping those together, even though like the red light district in game is like the south part of Isezaki Road. But I figure that's kind of better to put those together and then have Isezaki Road as like the last thing, because it's I almost wonder, it's like, do I want to do like the longest one last? I don't know, probably not. I know I do at least want to get like half of them done. It'd be nice to be able to have like more than half, or at least half of those videos done before I actually release one. So then I can space the releases out, and it gives me some time to be able to work on the other ones. Because there's 7 of those, and then there's going to be the Onomichi video, which will probably be, I'm probably going to have to bust that into 2. So I guess I'm looking at like 9 videos altogether. Plus whatever, you know, ancillary content I can get out of that, because some of those I probably could actually just post some of that footage raw, essentially. I think the Onomichi stuff, I might be able to do like the Poetry Stones walk from Senkoji Temple as you go down the mountain. That would be its own thing. I had another one there that I probably could get away with. Oh, the cable car. Yeah, kind of, or the lift that goes up to Senkoji Temple from ground level there in Onomichi as well. So that would be something that'd be like kind of short. You can get, speaking of shorts, I could get shorts out of that as well with some of those. I actually have a few of those to, I need to take the footage and actually format it into the resolution for shorts, which is, I think, just essentially 1080p, except, you know, rotated 90 degrees. So it becomes, says 1920 by 1080. It's, 1920 by 1080. It's 1080 by 1920. It's just portrait. But I can do that in Vegas Pro and get them uploaded. Like even when I put up that Pancake Mon or Hotcake Mon videos, like I had to get the stuff from Instagram and then put it in there so I could cover up the text, even though I really didn't need to cover up like the timeline stuff that's at the top, which I didn't really need to do, because once I got it up onto YouTube, you can add text there all you want and you can have it run the whole thing, but you can't like do outlining or anything on it. I believe it's a little limited. So lots of stuff. I figure by August I'll probably have most of that content out, but you know, we're already 10 days into May and I haven't worked on any of it, but I keep telling myself, it's like, hey man, I realize you shot some of this stuff like 3 months ago, but there's a lot of creators that will shoot stuff, you know, months prior. Some of them they'll shoot and they'll get right into it and they'll start editing that stuff really quickly. You know, they have what they need and they start working on it. Some people, it's like if they have shit in the backlog that they have to if they're in the middle of editing, but it's like, hey, we got to do this shoot anyways because this is the time when we can do it, then you kind of just have to do your thing. Even though I don't like to bring up John Dobb anymore, I know he's had videos where it's like he'll shoot stuff and then he'll have to go back like 6 months later to do the other part, because it's like if it's something seasonal, it's like he's got to go and he can do most of this, and it's like, okay, well, I want to come back when it's in season and then see that process. So that shit just sits there for months. You might be able to edit it to a certain point, but then you're going to have to fucking go do the rest of the shoot. Then you get your footage, and I'm sure it's like, okay, well, at that point, now I have to like scale it down anyways. Or I have to adjust the footage over here, so I better have those raw files still. Pardon me. Which reminds me, I need to do more cleanup on my hard drive, because I still have projects and footage from like years ago that just eats up space on my hard drive, and I either need to re-export those files or just live with the quality that I have right now. And I think some of that footage already is like it's still in other folders, and it's just like, okay, I don't need this. I don't need like 30 gigs or more being eaten up by these other projects, which are done. They've been done. I've fucking took care of them. Some of those were like the FTJ 2019 videos. I don't need those anymore. The only thing I'd have to re-upload, if I re-exported them, I'd have to re-upload them, and that's whether or not, even if I open, because they were Movie Studio 15 projects, like if they open correctly and work correctly in Vegas Pro, Pro 18, they probably do, but maybe I misplaced, files here and there. Plus, it's like I can't go back. I wish there was a way in YouTube to go back and into your upload and just be like, look, I need to re-upload this. Like the version I have, I exported a long time ago when I wasn't paying attention to the bitrate I was exporting in. Like, let me readjust this. If everything's the same, and it probably would be, although it probably would make some changes now. And that'd be the bad part. Get lost in the weeds of re-editing old projects. Jesus Christ. It's like, let me at least re-export these in a higher bit rate so they actually look slightly better. They're only going to look so good, but yeah, some of the older videos, I'm like, ooh, I could clean that up, but it is what it is. Like that's why, like, I need to start chunking those projects to basically commit myself to, you've done these things. Don't fret too much about them. Don't waste more time. You stop living in the past. Don't waste your time on it. They're done. They've been up. They're out there. It's over. Move on. And I know other creators where it's like, yeah, if you kept all the footage that you shot, especially if you're shooting like in a relatively high resolution, you're not going to want to keep that footage around for too long, because it's just, especially raw footage, that shit's just gonna fucking eat up space, man. You need to keep what you want. And even then, it's like, do you keep the exported file? Because if you export it, like, it's still going to eat up a lot of space. And if you keep every single video you ever export and get rid of the raw footage and get rid of the projects and just keep those, it's still going to eat up a lot of space anyways. It's already out there. It wouldn't be that big of an issue if you could re-download from fucking YouTube at the proper resolution, but the problem is you can download your own stuff from YouTube Studio, but it kicks it to 720p. Like, even if you upload like 1080p, 2K, 4K, it doesn't matter. It just gives you that version. So it's like, if you want to actually back up that stuff after you've uploaded it, you end up having to just find one of those sites online that will let you rip stuff, where it's like, okay, yeah, you can get this and you can download it from there, which I use kind of routinely if I want something very specific, but some of those are also a little shady, but you don't get in trouble generally for those. It's more, watch out for ads and, just be mindful of where you're roaming around on the internet. What is that in my coffee? Oh, it's bubbles. Never mind. We're good. Okay, that's it for me. It's approaching 1 o'clock. Let all this settle in my stomach and get to working out pretty soon. But breakfast cup noodle gets a thumbs up from me. Even if it's something that I would have maybe one more time in my lifetime. If they never sell it again, it's just a weird oddity, and at least I got the chance to try it out. Tomorrow, probably, I might shoot for like maybe later. We'll see how it is. As I said, these earlier times are good because it's generally pretty quiet. So that's why I'm sticking to these while I'm having to do this type of stream in the meantime. Hopefully, yeah, by Friday evening we'll be back and rocking and rolling. Maybe even sooner. We'll see if how that gets settled tomorrow. Because if the bill gets paid and everything gets done before Aaron gets home, and he lets me know it's been paid and everything's back up and it's running, then I'll just be back to normal then. But probably more like Friday at this point. we'll get there. I'm not stressing about it. I got shit I can do, and I'm at least still getting my stuff done. So, yeah, that's it for me. Stay safe, stay well. Oh, you could always leech his interwebs. That requires him to clean his house. That requires people to be able to go to his house. He's not using it when he's at work. That requires him to get a hold of you. Even though I fucking told him, it's like, hey, talk to Brad, make plans. He wants to hang out. We haven't seen him in a while. Let's fucking do this. And he's like, cool, that sounds like a good idea. And then, of course, you know how it goes. But yeah, I'll see everyone tomorrow for day 11. I don't know what the hell I'm doing for that stream, because now my 2 gimmicks are done. We'll play it by ear, and maybe I'll just find something to talk about. But yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. See you tomorrow. Stay safe out there. We'll catch y'all later. Have a very good rest of your day.